Hello everyone, this is me Inayat Afridi and welcome back to my YouTube channel Learning English with Inayat Afridi. In this lecture, I'm going to cover an important topic from linguistics, and that is behavioral theory on language learnings and acquisition. So first I would like to go straight towards the introductions of the behavioral theory on language learnings and acquisition. So just have a look right there. We have a spectrum of basic theories in linguistics describing how a language is learned, taught, and acquired. Now coming towards these important theories, number one, behaviorist theory. Number two, mentalist theory, also called innatism. Number three, rationalist theory, also called the cognitive theories. And number four is the interactionism theory. Out of these four important theories, the first two, including the behaviorist and the mentalist theories, are applicable to the acquisitions of native languages, while the rest of the two theories, including the rationalist, cognitive, and interactionism theories, play a fundamental role in acquisition of other foreign languages. The acquisitions of foreign language growth, improvements, and applicability is primarily dependent on the natural language growth. After the introduction section, let's move towards the main principles of the behaviorist theory on language learnings and acquisition. So the main principles of this theory is rightly given. The main principles of the behaviorist theory on language learnings and acquisition reads: infants learn oral languages from other human role models through a process involving, number one, imitation, number two, rewards, number three, practice. One important point you need to understand is the appreciations on part of the human role model provides a psychological motivations to an infant. Now, after covering the introductions and the main purpose, the principles of this theory, let's move towards the backgrounds of this theory. In backgrounds, I'm going to cover 10 important points. So let's just have a look right there. Point number one states that behavioral theory is basically a psychological theory. Number two, this theory was founded by J.B. Watson. Point number three, it's a theory of native language learning. Point number four, it goes counter to the traditional grammar, where its main focus on the transformational or the generative grammar introduced by an American philosopher, logician, and cognitive scientist named Noam Chomsky. Point number five is the proponents, the supporters of this theory are: number one, Leonard Bloomfield; number two, O.N. Mora; number three, B.F. Skinner; number four, A.W. Sachs. Point number six of this theory is that this theory got advanced in America. Point number seven, it had been a new approach to psychology in early decades of 20th centuries. Point number eight, its central focus on significance of verbal behavior. Number nine, it received appreciation in 1950s, while the last point clearly reads that its major principle rests on the analysis of the human behavior and observable stimulus-response interaction and intimate associations between them. Now, after covering backgrounds of the behavioral theory on language learning and acquisition, let's move towards the basic principles of the tenets of this theory. So just have a look. The operating principle or tenets of this theory are: number one, it focuses on spoken discourse. The primary medium of language is oral. Number three, primarily a language is first spoken, then it's written. Number four, it focuses on learning the transformationals or the structural grammar introduced by Noam Chomsky. Point number five, it dwells on performance of habits. Number six, language learning is a mechanical process. Number seven, consequences of behaviors checks and control the languages. Point number eight, this theory talks about positive and negative reinforcement that tells us that all learning is the establishment of habits owing to reward and reinforcement, And based on these principles and tenets, this theory is simply called habit formations by reinforcement theory, abbreviated as ATIF or TAI. And finally, to recap the whole lecture, putting all the informations is just 5 and 6 sentences. So let's just have a look at the recap. To recap, behavioral theory central emphasis is to discover behavioral justifications for designing language teaching in certain ways. Being a hub of several language teachings and learning theories, it is given a push for the creations of empirical language learning. And finally, it's become fashionable in USA and Europe with the passage of time. Half the behavioral theory of language learning and acquisitions is completely understood. Stay with Inayat Afridi and do subscribe my YouTube channel, Learning English with Inayat Afridi. Stay blessed and stay happy. Thanks for watching.